Hey, everybody, it's Eddie in Tokyo, and I have a guest with me today. This is Minus Wells. Minus, I'm really happy that you agreed to this, and I think it's important for everyone because you're going to share some knowledge that you have acquired in the world of passive income.
It's not too late to get into passive income. And I think you'll find once you get into it that you're going to not want to get out of it. So you're talking about jumping into it for a short period of time, but I think you're going to take a liking in the rewards, and you're going to appreciate the diversity. And we're going to talk all about that, tokenomics, some terminology, different types of passive income sources, what to look out for, because there's a lot of tricks of the trade out there, traps we don't want to fall into, just like every other place in crypto. Scams, and we want to better everyone's understanding, their knowledge, so they can make better investing decisions. And so
where should we start?
We want to start. I think we should probably start with terminologies. Passive income. APY versus APR. And I think a lot of people just assume that means how much income you get over the course of a year. But APR is if you have $100 at the end of the year, after the end of the year, after staking $100, you have, and the APR is 10%, you have $110.
Right.
APY is when you compound. So if you're going to be auto compounding $100 at the end of the year, if the APY is 10%, you have $110. So one thing I've noticed on a lot of sites, I mean, just to throw out a little trick of the trade, is a lot of these sites misuse the term APY and APR, these projects. When you're searching for that gem, or you look at a project, it's like they misuse it. It's conflicting with their white pages, what it says on their website. And
do you think they do that on purpose, or is it just
I think they do it on accident because they're, maybe a bunch of kids that are just copy and pasting some other project trying to make money. I mean, over 20,000 projects out right now, and how many are legit and how many have already failed. And I guess this kind of leads into one of the traps. Is a lot of projects out there will try to get investors in using the term APY, staking, APR, NFTs, all the buzzwords. So it's important to kind of look out and read through the white papers. You need to understand the tokenomics as well. Tokenomics plays a huge part in passive income, and we can roll into that as well. But more tricks up people's sleeves when it comes to the tokenomics. That sucks investors in when they see passive income opportunities, which a lot of honest projects will advertise that because it does attract good business. But then also the scammers are out there trying to tempt you with higher APR or APY than other legitimate projects, and it's really just exit liquidity for them. So
thing is that we should be looking through their white papers, and when we read those white papers, what are some of the red flags that you see that always give you pause?
Well, lack of information is a red flag. So you need to figure out all the information. And one thing that people are always like, what's the APR or what's the APY? And they're like, oh, it's 39%. And they're like, cool. But that really has nothing to do with your rewards relative to your odds of making money, because there's inflation, there's dilution. And let's just talk about that real quick. You want to see how much they allocate to like staking or marketing, and see if they even tell you a schedule on how fast they're going to release the coins. A lot of those smaller projects won't even tell you when they're going to be releasing, all the coins into the supply. if you have a high APR, let's say you're getting 50% on that project, but at the end of the year, the coins have doubled. The inflation, that's like hyperinflation right there. But maybe they say it's not inflation because there's a fixed number of coins, but relatively to your investment, now there's twice as many coins out on the market, so the price could technically drop in half if the market cap stays the same.
And some of those projects, even though they do say that they have 35 or 40%, allocated to be distributed, and then the schedule is not fixed or set, they also say they're going to burn, and then that burn rate is not on a set fixed schedule either. So you don't really know how many they're going to burn or when they're going to burn them, and do they actually burn them? Yeah. So I understand they can get away with putting a lot of those phrases and words in there to make you think like they are going to be able to adjust to the market to maintain that that high double-digit yield, but it's not really that fixed or set. Yeah, it's a trick.
Why I like Pokedex. Right now, there's really high APR. It's decentralized exchange that's not out yet. So another decentralized exchange I want to talk about in a little bit is it's a hybrid type of passive income is Trader Joe, and it's an AVAX deal. But for Pokedex, 40% APR. Inflation, relative to the amount of coins in circulation, it's almost deflationary after talking to the devs. So the tokenomics are great for that. It's not hyperinflated into a hole. I am running a validator, but you don't have to run a validator to get rewards. You get a lot of rewards just stake into validators, and that's how it's set up. But the degree of difficulty staking on Polkadot or Pokedex is slightly more challenging than most projects staking.
Are you saying because the UI is not intuitive? Is that why it's challenging?
It's different. It's a different wallet structure. A lot of people have gotten used to MetaMask. So, any project is like, here, click on the website and stake. It's easy. It's like, okay, well, everyone's going to do it. So, that's another thing investors need to look out for. If everyone can do it easily and it's a staking coin, then you have to assume that there's going to be, to beat inflation, you have to be staking. If you're not going to be staking, then you're going to be falling behind annually. So if you want to not stake, then you should really get into a coin that doesn't have inflation or staking inflation, I should say. But degree of difficulty. So MetaMask makes it pretty easy. The .js wallet, and I explained the video. You said you saw the video that I made about Pokedex? So it's pretty easy to understand watching the video, but it's a lot different than using MetaMask. Just the way the architecture of the Polkadot network is set up, which is set up, I think, in it's a more secure way than most platforms. But it's 40%. So what are we investing in on this project and a lot of projects? We don't want to invest in projects that just their utility is just staking for passive income. Maybe Hex had some utility, but mainly I think everyone got into that and it pumped, and Pulse Chain got created and result. But I think that the utility of that whole deal was just high APR. I think it was 40 something or 50% staking, and that's the utility. And obviously, as XRP holders, we know that it's not about in the long run, it's not about just minor utility. It's about massive utility. So investing into a decentralized exchange that like Pokedex, which what I see Uniswap, which is an automatic market maker. If you use it, there's a lot of gas fees. I don't know if have you ever heard someone talk about the gas fees of Ethereum?
Yeah, of course. I just paid some, I did something and I found I didn't have enough gas. I didn't have enough Ethereum in my wallet to actually execute the sale. So I had to go back out and, add more Ethereum in. And yeah, that was really
and then you got to make another transaction to send it in.
Right. That's right. I did. Yeah.
So Pokedex, right? It's not out yet. So it's early time. It's like getting in before it gets big, right? So I saw Pokedex. I interviewed the head developer too. So that's out there. They're actually getting a parachain slot too. It looks like they have enough coins. So either in a week or so, they're going to land a parachain slot, which pretty much means they've been validated by the Polkadot network. And they've achieved.
Parachain just runs parallel to the actual main chain.
The parachain, they're all connected at the relay chain, which runs however you want to look at it, up top or bottom, but it connects the two. So when you land a parachain slot, just imagine you plug into like the round table, all the people that sit at the round table, right?
Okay.
So you're all separate networks, and Polkadot, Pokedex is like 500 transactions per second, 6-second transaction time. It's pretty remarkable technology. And they're all connected from a communication standpoint in a way that they can all connect almost as one unit, one big unit, all the parachain slots. Instantly, when you get a parachain slot, the security of the Polkadot network and all the other parachains combined as one and secure each other. They help diversify the decentralization of the security.
So this is Gavin Woods, right?
This is Gavin Woods, yeah.
And so Gavin, I know was really instrumental in helping Vitalik in the beginning, and then went off and did his. But so are the parachains limited to like they only come out every so often? You have to grab it. Is it?
You have to have an auction, and the community has to stake their dot to the project, or else they don't get nominated. They have to win. So it's really cool because with so many copycat projects that are scams out there, projects that land a parachain slot or even get a lot of votes to get nominated for a parachain slot, instantly validate themselves as being, decent projects, legitimate projects.
Have you tried to get a parachain and then you didn't get it? I mean, what are the chances?
Pokedex did try and they didn't get it because there's other projects that people voted on first. So they've been trying for a little bit, and now they're getting more popular. They're about to launch their exchange, and I'm planting seeds in something that gets massive passive income, and its utility is replacing pretty much Uniswap. Who's going to want to use Uniswap when you can use Pokedex with zero gas fees?
So if you've got my attention now, and I'm okay, all right, Minus, I want to do this with you. What's the first thing I should do?
Well, you should watch my video, and then it'll explain.
But I mean,
it.
Yeah, I mean, what token do I need to? Do I need to get dot?
You need to get Pokedex. It's PDEX.
It is the PDEX. That's the actual token.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You can get on KuCoin natively, or you can buy the ERC20 version and then convert it on the Pokedex site, and then you can follow the instructions.
Yeah, and I saw you choose the different, you choose up to 6 or something, or 10 different
nominators,
and then it kind of rolls through an AI automatically. It chooses which one it balances.
How it picks on what? So
yeah,
Polkadot. Every validator, I created a validator.
When you say that, do you actually have a piece of hardware in your room?
Correct. Not in my room. I bought one that's hosted somewhere else with 100% uptime, 99.99% uptime.
So it's in a collation center that you let someone else maintain it.
Well, I have access to it, but yeah, they power it to keep it up and running. Backup generators, because servers and websites can't have downtime.
Where is it? Do you know?
Oh, what? It's in Europe.
It's in Europe. Okay, just
Yeah.
kind of curious. All right.
But anyways, yeah, I created it. Pokedex. First of all, why I created it is because I want to contribute to the network, and eventually it's going to tie into XRP. I believe. I mean, they won't commit on anything, but the developer, when I interviewed him, said, you know, they have Ethereum and a DOT ecosystem hooked together as one, which means you can trade any ERC20 Ethereum coin with any DOT coin with zero gas, as long as you hold some PDEX. So that's the, you know, how you can get the
So
prices.
if they do bring in XRP into their ecosystem, will you have to do a wrapped XRP, a
They use
WXRP?
threshold cryptography. Okay, developed in 2018. It's been on GitHub. No one's really utilized it, and it allows native swaps to happen, native chain swaps. Okay, so it's you know, the future of DEX exchanges.
How safe is it? Because I keep hearing that, you know, when you do these, it's a bridge basically from one chain
It's
to
a
another,
bridge.
right? And everybody's talking about the security of these bridges are not as secure as we would hope.
With Pokedex, you hold custody of your coins the whole time.
Okay.
So the way it works is that it, through like a smart contract, it makes the trade for you and then swaps it. And I don't know, I can't tell you exactly how risky it is or not risky, but I can tell you that their team is extremely smart, and I'm sure they're not going to release anything that's going to cause a bunch of problems. And you know, they've been testing it for a long time now. So what other chains they're going to integrate could be, they were thinking, I'm not supposed to quote them or anything, was Bitcoin and then the XRPL. And I created this validator. It's, you know, costs a ton of money, so it's more of just let's do this. I have you know, 16 core 32 thread Ryzen 9 server. I want it to be the best validator on the Pokedex network, and I put XRP in the title of the validator because I want to support and show everyone that the XRP community is strong, and we want to get the XRPL, you know, linked into this, so we can, without giving our XRP to the exchange, we can trade for an ERC20 coin that we want, Ethereum coin at zero gas fees, any DOT, and then you know, they can bring in whatever networks they want to into the trading platform after that. So you know, like solo platform, you know, people may like it or may not like it, but when you have solo on a decentralized exchange with all these other networks, it's just like, what's the point of using Uniswap, Solo, and all these other exchanges? So the value that I see in staking this coin, getting a high APY, is huge, because if I'm even halfway right about how much money is going to flow through this site, then it's just going to go up from 30 million market cap to who knows how high, right? So exciting. That's why I'm excited about it.
Okay.
So, I mean, the passive income until that happens is outstanding. It's hard to beat. So, I mean, if the price stays the same, we're getting about 40% APR right now, and there's an auto compounding feature where you can auto compound it, which compounds into about 50% APY or so. I didn't do the math on that, but that's pretty exciting. If it does 10x to 300 million, then, you know, it's still like 18 times smaller than Uniswap market cap, and Ethereum's 400 plus billion market cap. And where are you going to trade it best? On a centralized exchange, or shoot it over to Pokedex for no gas? I mean, there's a lot of motivation to trade, you know, not on a centralized exchange where you have to give them custody of your coins, and a lot of excited here, a lot of motivation to not pay $100 in gas fees to trade. So
so how much do you have
utility
to budget to get started on that? I mean,
oh, you can delegate any amount. I think it's $4 or one PDEX is the minimum that you have to stake with.
So I mean, you actually could get your feet wet for $50 or $100 to understand how it works, and then once you got
my demo, I did. I used 1.5 PDEX, which is equivalent to like $6.50.
Uh-huh,
because
okay,
you need a little bit for gas, and then the minimum required amount to stake is $1 or one PDEX, sorry.
okay.
So, I mean, that's really exciting, great passive income. And the
Okay.
tokenomics are golden if you get a high APY or APR, and then the total amount of coins don't inflate. And the dilution, I can't tell you exactly what the dilution is, but it seems, looking at their tokenomics, it seems responsible.
How many people do you think are in that ecosystem now? Is there
Not a
any,
lot.
like what, 10,000,
Oh,
5,000?
less than that.
Is it because it's so new and they just haven't done, is it word of mouth, organic growth right now?
I think everyone in the Polkadot community knows about Pokedex.
Mm-hmm.
But the Pokedex network, I believe, is severely undervalued with the power of what the parachains can do as a single network. Like Moonbeam is a really popular parachain slot, which is, it's literally uses EVMs, so
Yes.
Ethereum virtual machines. We all know that. But at the speed of Polkadot, which is like 500 to 1 million transactions per second with 6 seconds of transaction time. So it's literally going to be better than Ethereum 2.0 before Ethereum 2.0 even comes out. And you can just literally send your stuff over from Ethereum over to Moonbeam and use it over there. So it's just, it's kind of like we had problems with gas prices and NFTs, and that came around. And now you can mint 100 NFTs for $50. So it has adapted. We have adapted to the the bad tokenomics. I shouldn't say bad, but it's been overloaded. So and we want to put our money and plant our seeds in front of the big wave, which is something I spend tons of time researching projects. Discord, I was talking with King Solomon yesterday, and it's like, yeah, how do you really find these gems? You really have to like stalk them in Discord and spy on them for a while before you can gauge if they're legitimate or not. So you have any other questions about Polkadot or Pokedex?
No, but I think that one you are definitely comfortable with, and it's you think it has the sustainability. It's not going to. You think it's secure. Those are those are all the things I think about. Is how long is this going to be around? Is it secure? And
I think it's going to be the benchmark for decentralized exchanges, because it interfaces like a centralized exchange with the speed of a centralized exchange. You never give your coins to it, and it's got like trading box, IDO platforms. It's got a lot of really cool features to it, and we've all heard the term "not your keys, not your crypto," and that is kind of the standard, and it should be. We always have control of our coins. But then how do you trade them? And you go to a slow DEX with lag that has all sorts of problems, not a lot of options for trading, or you go to like BitTrue. So, but this is the hybrid. I think it's going to be the benchmark, what everyone compares their exchange to, their centralized or decentralized exchange to.
Thank you, everyone. That was the end of part 1. Part 2 and part 3 will follow in the next couple of days. Do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.